Now I'm going to be tying another, this is a nice pattern, so I really don't have a name for it. It's like it's off the cinnamon and gold, but I'm using, instead of using cinnamon coloured wing, meaning like a normal, like a duck or something like that, I'm using dyed cinnamon. These are, if you look at these two feathers, these are the bronze mallard feathers, but this one's got quite a good mark on it. It's actually really good, a nice bit of brown. This one is very pale, but I'm using and combining them both, like the light and the dark, as a wing, and it just happens to be this is a right and a left, so it makes it easier. It's a gold body like the cinnamon and gold. This is just a mallard cinnamon that's got a tippet tail. In this case it's a dyed orange. Basically quite simple. It's another range of the wet flies I've been tying, so I thought you'd like to see it. So you could use a black thread if you wish, or in this case I'm using a rusty brown, or even a red. It goes with the fly, so you could mess about with it a wee bit. But it is a nice pattern to tie, so basically what I'm going to do is run down, put a nice base of thread down so you can tie onto it. Tail, as I say, is this is a golden, is a tippet, a golden pheasant tippet, and this I've dyed it a nice hot orange, and you could use a normal if you want. So what I'm going to do is hold the end of the feather, come in, take away what I want as a tail. You're looking for a tail length round about, say, the shank length. Just tie that on the top. If you want to spread it slightly, I'd usually come underneath with a turn, pull towards the eye, and then a turn on top. And that just opens the fibres a wee bit better. Check the length, that's fine. Now, the rib of the fly, I'm going to use a small gold wire to protect it. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to actually run up, just tidy the materials. So I've got a nice base of thread down for the tinsel. Now I'm using, this is as you can see, a male flycraft. It's a nice warm gold. It's one of the only places you can get a Mylar. It's nice and warm. It's a nice, like, old gold, if you want to call it. As I say, when you catch this on the way down, then that's a medium sized one from them. Just going to work my way down. Then when it comes slightly short, you can do it this way, and then work my way back up. So I'm actually adding a taper with the thread, so you get to this point here. And now what I'm going to do is just work towards the tail using, so you'll get that wee half turn there, get it started, and then we start to work our way up. It just basically helps to get some sort of taper. You don't really need a taper in it, but it's always nice to get it. 3 or 4 turns there to secure it. What's going to hold the tinsel on is basically the rib. So I usually like a straight turn at the back, which protects the back of the body, and then we rib it maybe 5-6 turns or so. Just follow up with the thread by a 90-degree bend into the wire, and then make sure it's secure. And bend and break it off. Wax on my thread, tidy this area up. And basically that's your body. Now, hackle wise, I mean, you can put a natural hackle on it. Yeah, I've actually got Partridge dyed, the same colour. These are just grey Partridge dyed. Just using them up, the great wee feathers. I love dyeing them. They've got a lovely mark on them. If you don't have, as I say, just use a natural brown or cinnamon type colour. So I'm going to basically use the hackle pliers to get the tip. Trim. Wax your thread, gives you the grip. Gives you the grip to grip the hackle, but as well, see when you're winding the hackle, it grips. It'll not slip on you. Now this is up to yourself how heavy you're going to do it, or heavy you want the hackle. I'm just going to come around with another turn here. Just follow up, then again put a 90-degree bend into it. So just encourage the thread to come onto the stem. About 3 or 4 turns there. I'm just going to peel away these fibres. can trim away and then tidy up. Give it a wax, come back up ready to tie in our wing. There we go. Now we'll go up our, as I say, these are not the best marked feathers. Well, this one, as I say, is not too bad. So I want to use the light side as well. So I'm going to be using, take away the fluff, just bring out on about maybe 5mm or so of fibre, just tear it off. And then we'll get with the darker side, again take the fluff away, bring out enough to get top of the wing. So I'm just bring it 90 degrees or so, just making the tips lining up, tear it off. I'm not being fussy with it. So there's our light colour, and I'm going to put the dark on top, or you could do it the other way if you want. So basically I'm going to sit on my finger, so that's the light, and then the dark on top. Just come in, you want it towards just the end of the body, or by the bend of the hook, sorry, and then fold it, so that gives you basically a right and a left. Pinch the loop a couple of times, so it's going to sit. That's okay, that's fine. Trim away. Now, one of the questions I got asked recently was that why do I take my thread to here and then wind up? Well, it's easier to build your head up from the front using the thread, but at the same time, if you look, these thread turns are coming into the cut ends of the bronze mallard in this case, and it's locking them in. It's like slightly folding them back, and at the same time, it's far easier to work your way up than actually, as you work towards the eye, it slips, 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 and basically you're building it up another way. But that's the easiest and the quickest way to actually do that. Now, I'm just going to check my wing, my head. My side's fine, it's slightly out on your side, meaning it's not just as level as I'd like, so just squaring the head up. That looks fine, happy with that. I mean, you always have a good side in your fly and a bad side. Obviously the side you can see is the best. Well, usually it is anyway. So then wet finish. A wee bit of wax there, just rub it away with your finger. And then finish off. Now it could be 1 or 2 coats of varnish, it's up to yourself. If you want a nice shiny head, 2 coats would be nice. And as you see, the colour of the thread goes with the rest of the fly. It's not a picture, but it's a good fishing fly, this. Especially, I mean, both on the river and lochs, but it is the cinnamon and gold's a great loch fly. But as I say, it's one of these flies that's very good in the rivers as well. And so would this be. It's a nice pattern, nice colour. As I say, I'll give the head another coat of varnish. Give it a go. As I say, if you don't have the partridge, obviously just using a natural brown. So I would say a medium red, as they would call it, natural red would be ideal for this. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, if you enjoy the videos and if you haven't subscribed, please do. It does help the channel. And thank you for watching.